Book of Heaven, Volume 13, November 12th, 1921. The sanctity in the divine will has no boundaries. It is the sanctity which is the closest to the Creator. It will have primacy over all other sanctities. The divine will is eternal miracle. I write only to obey, otherwise I would not be good at marking down a single word. And only the fear that I might sadden my sweet Jesus if I did not do it gives me drive and strength. Now he continues to speak about his most holy will, and on coming, he said to me,
"My daughter, the sanctity in my will is not yet known. This is the reason for their wonderment. In fact, when something has been known, the wonderment ceases. All sanctities are symbolized by something that is spread in creation. There are sanctities symbolized by mountains, others by trees, others by plants, the little flower, the stars, and many other similes. All of these sanctities have their own limited and individual good. They have their beginning as well as an end. They cannot embrace everything and do good to all, just as a tree or a flower cannot do so. Now the sanctity in my will be symbolized by the sun. The sun has always been and will always be, and even though it had a beginning in illuminating the world, since it is light that took origin from my eternal light, it can be said that it has no beginning. The sun does good to all. It extends to all with its light. It makes no exception with anyone. With its majesty and its dominion, it rules over everything and gives life to everything, even to the littlest flower, but silently, without noise, and almost unobserved. Oh, if a plant did a little something, a shadow of what the sun does, giving heat to another plant, all would proclaim a miracle. All would want to see it, and would talk about it with amazement. The sun that gives life and heat to everything, and is the continued miracle. No one talks about it, no amazement. And this happens because man keeps his eyes always down below and on earthly things, never up high and on celestial things. Now the sanctity in my will, symbolized by the sun, will come out from the center of my sanctity. It will be a ray delivered by my sanctity, which has no beginning. So these souls existed in my sanctity. They exist and will exist. They were together with me in the good I did. They never went out of the ray in which I had issued them to the light. As they never departed from my will, I amused myself with them, and I still do. My union with them is permanent. I see them floating above everything. Human supports do not exist for them, just as the sun does not lean on anything. It lives up high as though isolated, but with its light it encloses everything within itself. The same for these souls. They live up high like the sun, but their light descends to the deepest bottom and extends to all. I would feel as if I defrauded them if I did not keep them aware of, and did not let them do what I do. So, there is no good which does not descend from them. In this sanctity I see my shadows, my images, hovering over the whole earth, in the air, in heaven. And this is why I love and will love the world, because I am waiting for my sanctity to have its echo upon earth, for my rays to come out to the light and give me complete glory, returning to me the love and the honor which others have not given me. However, just like the sun, they will be the most unobserved, without any clamor. But if anyone wants to look at them, my jealousy will be such that they will run the risk of remaining blinded, and will be forced to lower their gazes in order to regain their sight. Do you see how beautiful is the sanctity in my will? It is the sanctity which is the closest to your Creator. Therefore it will have primacy over all other sanctities. It will enclose within itself all other sanctities together, and will be life of all other sanctities. What grace for you to know it, to be the first, like solar ray, to come out from the center of my sanctity, without ever detaching from it. Greater grace I could not give you, more portentous a miracle I could not operate in you. Be attentive, my daughter, my ray, because every time you enter into my will and operate, it happens as when the sun hits the glass. Many suns are formed in it. In the same way you repeat my life as many times. You multiply it. You give new life to my love.
Then, after this, I was thinking to myself, in this holy will, one does see miracles, portentous things for which creatures are so greedy and would go around half the world in order to have some. On the contrary, everything passes between the soul and God, and if creatures receive, they do not know where the good has come from. Truly, it is like the sun, which is such that while it gives life and heat to everything, nobody points at it. Now, as I was thinking of this, my Jesus, coming back, added, but with an imposing appearance,
What miracles! What miracles! Isn't perhaps doing my will the greatest miracle? My will is eternal, and is eternal miracle that never ends. For the human will to have a continuous connection with the divine will, this is miracle of each instant. Raising the dead, giving sight to the blind, and the like, are not eternal things. They are subject to perishing. Therefore they can be called shadows of miracles, fleeting miracles, compared to the great and permanent miracle of living in my will. You pay no attention to those miracles. I know when they are appropriate and when they are needed.
thank you for being a part of our community here at Divine Will app. If you enjoy listening to Jesus's lessons on how to live in the divine will, please give this video a thumbs up. Your likes help us reach more souls yearning to live in the kingdom of the divine will. We'd love to hear your thoughts and reflections, so drop a comment below. Your insights not only enrich our community, but also inspire others on their spiritual journey. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel. By joining us, you're helping to spread the news of the kingdom of the divine will, so that together we can bring His kingdom to reign on earth as it is in heaven. In the divine will, always.